What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly forecast. All right, and this is going to be for the week of April 20th. We are halfway, all right, of the month. Okay, so far as I could see here, we did not. The case is actually slowing down a lot. We maybe increased like by 30 something percent. So it's decent. That's why I guess the market is moving up. The case are bad, and then we have stimulus and stuff. So at this point right now, based on this, the fundamental, I think the market will still going up um, for this coming week. Right now, I don't see a lot of problem at this point. So let's look at the pro and con. Okay, so the economy reopened. So they are reopening right now. Okay, so some of the state like Florida is already open. So this gonna be fusing. This gonna cause the second wave. Okay, but now is opening. People feel better. Things like that, and we'll have maybe a look into what's gonna happen when we are opening. Will demand gonna come back the way it was? I think it might because people are like wanting to go out for a long time and they want to spend on things. But the thing is, when the second wave hit, and after that, that I think gonna change the behavior. Okay, positive news from the treatment. I mean, remdesivir come out on Thursday night and say that it has positive treatment. There is not a technically is not a clinical trial. It wasn't double blind, and it's only for like severe patient. Okay, so this doesn't change much, and the problem with the remdesivir is that is an IV medication. Do you really want to get that sick anyway, and then has to be administered in the hospital, and then given this IV, for like 2 weeks or a week? I'm not sure. I didn't look into the thing. So this thing, I mean, to be honest, is gonna help decreasing the death rate, but it's not gonna do anything to prevent people from getting it. If this could give by mouth and treat at home, then I think that's a game changer in some way. But this, to be honest, doesn't do much. And then we're gonna get the end of the month. The clinical trial gonna actually come out with the actual result. Right now, it just kind of like it's not rumor, but it's based on something, but it's not concrete. So there is no significant difference yet based on the data. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to look for by the end of the month. Positive news from vaccine, I mean, is possibly we might have something, but we won't get one. I think at least not a let's if we say fast half a year, and then we're not take another half a year to administer the whole country. That's going to be a problem. And then now, to be honest, will we able to produce the vaccine if we not cooperate with China? Because a lot of the stuff we supply chain wise, we are relying with China too. So that's another thing you have to take into consideration. And I didn't put in that. I just thought of this right now in my head. Antibodies, same thing. Testing and all that stuff right now. To be honest with you, we are having problem with testing because we don't have the reagents to do the test, and we need to get that from the China. So that might be a problem also. So without testing, we won't be able to, prevent things from growing, this virus from growing. So that's another thing I'm seeing there as a problem, and that's gonna fuse the second wave. Okay, and the second wave gonna be worse than the first one, and you're gonna see it. Fed buying up everything. I think if we do go to make another low, if we got to make another low, I think the Fed gonna come out and institute buying everything, buying stock. But just for the short term, for this week's why, I think the second business loan stimulus, I think is gonna pass, and that gonna kick the market up to another high. Well, the bounce high. Okay, so I think this is gonna be motivating the move for the market this week, the up move. Okay, for the con wise, I mean earnings season, we're gonna have this week. We have Netflix, we have like Snapchat, we have Intel, we have like hmm, Texas Instrument. I think there's a bunch of other up company, but I don't think they're gonna be doing bad, and I don't think it's gonna be a problem unless they were doing really bad. But Intel gonna, I think they're gonna kick it because Taiwan semi did decent. Okay, GDP. I mean that I think that's gonna be a problem. Will depend see how bad it is, but that's gonna be the following week. So not gonna do anything with this week. The second wave, that's gonna be a month from now. So you look out maybe by um, May, mid-May to the end of May. I think the second wave gonna start showing up. Okay, right now because in European country they did open and then they start to have increased cases again. So that's the thing to take into consideration. Food shortage, we already experience that right now, but as this go on, we will gonna have more problem definitely because right now, every store is implementing the line, waiting in line to get in. I mean, it's for your safety, but it's also deter people from, you know, hoarding. So that's another thing too. That's what I see. Company failure, we already have one to 24-hour fitness. So that's something to consider about. It's gonna start happening as long as this thing drag out, and I believe this is gonna be another 6 months of crazy of craziness. We're gonna have to stay inside. Wait until the second wave hit, which I think a month or two from now, and then people are gonna start realize this shit is real, and they're gonna have to accept the fact that they have to stay in. But right now, American, we have too much freedom. We have no patience. All this, technology and stuff, and all this thing, we don't have any patience. We just reward. That's all we think about. So that's the problem. And then oil. So this is the thing I'm concerned about this week. It's already went below $17. I think around $17 right now. So if it go to $15, I think that is alarming. That's concern because that's something you read about the general economy of the whole world right now, and I think that's going to be a problem. All right, reinfection. This is already happening. There's some cases in Korea. People do not develop enough antibodies. Some people do not develop them, and then they get reinfected. So that's a big question, And then the thing with this virus is it has multiple mechanisms of attacking your body. So that's another problem too. The new thing I heard about is the CD4 cell, which, one is the antibody is one of this kind of white blood cell, but part of it. So it interfere with that. And it's called clotting too. So it's crazy. This virus is so new. We don't know much about this, and we just play along with this. Okay, and this is the thing I'm afraid the most. Virus staying dormant. Okay, this is a long out. All these people that are infected right now, they might, if they're not dying and they still surviving. What if this virus stay dormant in your body, and then reappear when you are immunocompromised, when you don't feeling good, just like herpes and chickenpox. Herpes come out every time you stress, and then chickenpox when as you get older, after 50 years old, your immune system decrease, and then it come out as a shingle. So this thing could happen, and that's I'm afraid. And so if these people survive this and then, come out, and you don't know when it's going to reappear. And when it does, it's going to cause a whole major problem with all these people going to affect more people. So that's something I'm afraid. And then the longer this in the system, it's a mutation, and it could get worse or it could get, better for us. So depend, that is also, a question mark. And then unemployment. I mean, at this point, I don't think they care about unemployment. Or we have more than 20 million now. So I think the worse this get, the better, because that's gonna help with this. So bad news is good news at this point. All right. So basically, based on the fundamental itself right now, I think the market gonna still continue moving up this week. Okay. So let's take a look at. Okay, I look at the technical, but I guess, yeah, here we go. 24-hour fitness. This is the start, and then let me see here. I think I might have something else. Yeah, okay, food. Food is a problem right now. Like, people don't have money to buy food right now, and you could see all this stuff. All this crazy people waiting in line for food is crazy. Imagine this, right? 2 months from now, we have problem with supply chain, and thing like this happen. you know, and we have protests also, you know, with other stuff right now. Look, protests to open America up. These people have no mask on. They're coming out risking, and they're older people too. And if they get it, the higher chance of dying. Okay, so look at this. We want to open America up. We have no patience. And look at this in Florida. You know, once they just opened this up, people just crowded up the place. I don't know how real this thing are, but this is gonna make the second wave much worse. Okay, because we are not willing to understand and sit and wait for this shit. All right, and let's go to oil. Just since we here. Yeah, so right now, oh shit, it's $16. It went under $16, 12%. Wow, this is crazy. This is wow, it was down 5%. Now it went down to below $16. Wow. So this might come into play here, guys. And look at this. You know, all-time low is around $10. And then we are right here at this point. We are right here below this $17 low. So I guess next stop might be $10 oil. So at this point, to be honest, with this whole thing, I think this is gonna drag on more than a year. We might have a fucking really bad downturn at this point. The way the second wave might be hitting us with all this impatient shit that we are doing to ourselves right now, I think the economy is gonna be whack. So I mean, at this point, the market gonna bounce up, but when we go down, we're gonna go down really bad, guys. I'm serious about this. So $10, I think, is a possibility. So right now, if you want to buy an option, I would recommend doing 2 years option. There are 2-year options available for you to buy. So look into that. Or you could sell port. Okay, sell port, get some premium, and then hold on to the share for a while. So that's something I would recommend. You either buy the share or you buy long-term out option. Okay, 2 years out option. But this thing, I think, is going to be a more than a year problem, and this might grow to something else. I don't know. It doesn't look great right now at this point. So that's something I want to let you guys know. All right. So let's go to the chart, guy. Okay. So this is the Dow. The Dow right now. Look at this. It's still going strong. It's on Friday. It made a new high. It's going to make a high, basically a high. It broke out of this range right here. All right. So some people, right, I see online that they say this is a rising wage, which is very bearish. I believe it is going to become a rising wave, but you know, like last week, I do this as a channel instead because I haven't seen the thing with a rising wave. Usually they have like a 3 breakout part. You know, 1 breakout. This might be considered 2 breakout, and then 1 more, and then they start topping out. And then they make the top, and then they're breaking down. So at this point right now, I mean, this week, we'll see if we're going to pass the 50-day moving average or not. I think we probably will. And this resistance right here. And then I guess we might hit all the way up here because I think we might get some pump from the vaccine or whatever, who might want to pump this. But there are too much money in the system right now, and they want to just push this in at this point, thanks to the Fed, you know. So, but at this point, you can see the buying is not that much in volume. The volume is dying right now, okay? But this is buying. They're all buying, basically. All these are buying, but the volume are low, okay? So right now, as for the Dow, I think it's still going to move up, all right? The Nasdaq is next. Nasdaq is strong. It's leading this rally, okay? As you can see, it's making a high, and this is buying. And buying right now, volume-wise, is decent. It's not as low like before here, but it's still below the average moving volume here. And it's staying in this channel, and it's staying on the upper channel at this point. So that's why I didn't want to draw this as a rising wedge, you know. So that's the thing, but I still think it's still going up. So right now, this week, this is the minor resistance here. I mean, I'm not sure. We might re-challenge the high at this point because I mean, tech going to be needed for this problem unless the economy go to trash, which I think going to be taking another 3 months. You know, by April 29 or something, we get the first GDP, and then another quarter you know, to see how everything is for the forecast. So I mean, we might leading up to here, maybe in the summer, we'll see. Then we might have some problem during summer, and then maybe go into October and stuff. But this point right now, I think is gonna leading up to this point. I'm not sure. This point, I think it might go to the high, and that's gonna be a good point of shorting. But the way it is right now, it's pushing too much money in the system. Okay, the Russell. Okay, Russell is weak. I think this is gonna be the leading for the downside. Hasn't been moving much. Okay, but right here, this is buying. Volume of buying is higher than selling. This is selling in a way, selling undetermined. Okay, buying. So buying right here is strong. Look, buying or strong volume. So I think it's still gonna go up at this point. It hasn't make a high yet of this range. So break on 1 right here, 2, and then maybe 3 somewhere. So right now, I guess this is where we're gonna be targeting the 50 days, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure we're gonna reach it this week. We'll see if we make a high from this range. I think we're gonna make a high this range this week, and then next week we'll see. We might hit this, and then the GDP come out. We'll see what happens. But right now, I think we're still in the uptrend move right now. IWT transportation is weak. The volume, I mean, this is buying, but the volume is low. I mean, there's no commitment at this point, and it hasn't make a high from this point. So we'll see what happens here. I think it's the weakest, maybe weaker than the Russell. All right. So as you can see here, we're gonna be in this range, this channel here, until we break down the bottom of the channel. And I think this might take another, we'll see. But this week, for 1 week wise, I think we're gonna make a high for this week. Okay, and then last but not least, the SPY. And as you can see, it's strong. It's moving up strong. It's close above the 50 days moving average on Friday. All right, so I guess this is where we're gonna be targeting the 200 days moving average. It broke above the resistance here too. See that? On Monday, right? Maybe Monday or Tuesday, we come up to here to this resistance, and you know, we kind of back off. But on Friday, we make a high. We broke through, we close above that, and we close above the 50 days moving average. Some volume coming as a buying here. So buying volume is kind of like topping down, but you know, they're still buying. So right now, I guess we are this week. I guess this is target, and we'll see what happens. You know, those tech earning my boost this stuff. Well, I mean, it's not in the Netflix and stuff. Well, we'll see. But I think I guess this is where we're gonna hit right here, and then we'll see from there. So for now, guys, be careful you're shorting, and if you do short, start to come in slowly with the option. All right, don't buy share. You know, if you have money, then I guess fine, but buy out longer term option. I think a few months from now. Don't buy like a month or 2. I think maybe 3 months out would be helpful. Okay, but and then slowly getting in if you want to go on the short side. But right now, targeting, I think at this point right now, sin is close above the 50 days. 200-day moving average is going to be where the targeted is. Okay, and we'll see what happens after that. But at this point, I guess that's it for this video, guys. If you like it, yo, smash that like button, help me out, because no one watching this channel anyway. But anyway, have fun, guys. Stay safe out there, and happy trading. All right then, bye.